What's up, YouTube? This is Isaac coming at you today with a quick video to show you a kind of a unique method of holding the harp, but also a technique that's going to give you some amazing acoustic sounds. Especially what it's going to do is give you big wah-wah sounds. And it's going to project a lot of the sound forward, and it's going to let you get really interesting muted tones and really big brassy sounds. In fact, this technique, if applied correctly with proper musicality, can actually help you sound more trumpet-like, more horn-like. And the way it does that is by completely sealing off the front of the harp and projecting all the sound forward. And then with the left hand, letting you mute the sound or open it up. And this is a really interesting, unique technique. It was taught to me by great harmonica player Dan Kaplan out of Austin, Texas. And if you haven't heard of Dan Kaplan, look him up. He's on YouTube. His channel is Harmonicatune. And what you want to do is listen to his music and hear how he uses this technique, because he uses this technique exclusively. In fact, he's the only guy I know to be using this technique in his music. And he gets that 20s jazz sound, that trumpet sound, spot on. So go listen to his music and hear how he's playing it. Now I'm going to give you an example of what this technique sounds like right now before I break it down for you. But really you should listen to Dan because he's so much better than me. Okay, so I've got a high E-flat harmonica here because I just like that high sound with this technique. So there's just a little bit of fun playing for you. Hopefully you get a sense of what this technique does, and you can kind of hear, especially how exaggerated the mute is and the wah-wahs that I'm able to get. They're pretty astounding. Hopefully the video and the sound in the video does that justice. So how am I getting that technique? Well, the secret is all in the way that I'm holding the harp. So this is the reference standard, and normal wah-wah sound like this. And the weakness of that is that almost all the sound is actually coming out the back of the harp and going past my ear. So the wah is only getting part of it. Even the sort of alternative grip guys like Adam Gusso use does a better job perhaps of that, but still doesn't completely seal it off. This technique does it. Okay, it's the only way I know of to do that, and the secret is all in the right hand. Okay, so what you want to do is do exactly what I'm showing you right now. Turn your palm away from you and open up the thumb and forefinger so that there's a sort of U space there, and make sure all the fingers are together across, so you don't want them open like that, and then put it up to your mouth. All right, just like you're saying echo, echo, echo across the Alps. And importantly, what you want to do is make sure that it's situated in such a way that you can still play the harmonica and get a good seal. So you don't want it down below your chin, because then you're not going to be able to completely seal it off, or you're going to hold the harp too low. And you don't want it too high, because then it's going to interfere with how you play. So I find that the best place is to go right under your chin with the with your sort of U shape of your between your thumb and forefinger. Sorry, my little buddy's here. He's distracting me. And make sure that this part of your forefinger is right up tight against the side of your cheek. Okay, and that's the key. The harp is going to be sort of held in your left hand. You are annoying. Go away. And what you want to do is sort of make a clamshell shape, a sort of open, slightly cupped palm shape, and you want your thumb against the side of your hand, all your fingers closed and slightly bent forward. And what you want to do is make a little pocket right here in the sort of meat of your thumb. So I'm going to get off to this side here and show you. And you want to have that harp just stick right in that pocket right there. So I'm going to show you upside down like that, and from the back it looks like this. So really what's happening, if I can get you right there, is your thumb is sort of across the top of the harp, your fingers are across the back, and if I get off to the side and show you right here, you can see exactly how it is. So sort of my ring finger is sort of holding the bottom cover plate, and I got my finger sort of on the back, and my thumb is on the top of the cover plate. Okay? So once you've got that down, what you want to do is just sort of fit the two together. All right? And I find that the back edge, this edge of the harmonica, goes sort of right on my middle or knuckle of my pinky and ring fingers of this hand. And then I can sort of use that as a lever when I'm playing, when I'm moving the harp around. I sort of lever it over, and my wrist of my left hand sort of bends and pushes back. So I get this sort of back and forth like that. And as you'll notice, hopefully I can show this to you at the right angle, the thumb of my right hand is against the pad of my left hand. So that makes a perfect seal across the back. Okay? And what you do is you just take this grip. Hold on, let me see if I can get this on camera. And you fit it right into your mouth. So the mouth blocks the rest of it off. And you'll notice the back of my hand here, the fingers are all closed. Back of this hand, fingers are all closed. And everything is sealed off on all angles, okay? So that's the main secret. So you basically, like I said, put this right up to your mouth. And that's it. Really, you want to practice this because it's going to feel very, 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 very awkward at first, okay? You have to have the wrist turned out and the palm forward. That is totally different from the grip that you're used to. And that's going to feel really strange at first. And it's going to be really difficult to sort of hold on. And you're also going to have a really hard time playing high notes, especially if you're a lip blocker or a lip purser. Tongue blocker will be a little bit easier because you're already playing out of that side of your mouth. But what you want to do is just practice it. Get it down so you can move it and get that sort of wedging motion where you can sort of use your fingers and the palm of your other hand as a spring to move the harp back and forth. And it'll come to you. And I should note that this is a technique that can be used by both lip blockers and tongue blockers alike. You can get all kinds of really cool sounds if you sort of combine that sort of tongue slap sound or lip slap sound with the wah-wah, with some throat vibrato. So you can get some cool sounds like So anyway, hopefully you find this useful, and I think it's a technique that's worth cultivating because if you want that cool trumpet-like projection in your acoustic playing, to my knowledge, this is really the only way that you can achieve that. So hopefully you've got this going, and if you have any questions, as always, you can get in touch with me. And until then, catch you on the flip side.